at her. She's so happy.
Yes.
So yeah, let's without further ado, let's do your success story. Okay. So you can chat in our chat box, so you can congratulate her, and later we will have a part of Q&A. So April, so how are you first?
Sir. I'm doing great, sir, especially after yesterday's result. I'm over the moon, really. I cannot say what I really wanted to say yesterday because I'm in a hurry and I'm so excited. I'm so elated.
Wow, congratulations. So April, could you please tell us a little background about you?
I've been a registered nurse for almost 10 years. Way back, I graduated last 2005, 9, I mean. And then I had my work 2 years in the Philippines. And for tomorrow, it will be my 8th year here in Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, King Abdulaziz Hospital.
Okay, so yeah, she's from the Philippines, obviously. So April, so please tell us about where did you took your exam? Where did you book it? When was that?
The last exam that I had was also in Jeddah. It is in Open University.
So you did twice?
But yes,
Okay.
unfortunately, last time was 6.5 only speaking, so I
Okay.
didn't get the desired band score.
Okay.
And then just recently, last month, August 28th, I did my speaking, and then the Saturday, the next day was my reading, listening, and writing exam. So it's here in Jeddah, in British Council.
So okay. So please tell us about your preparation.
Well, before I don't have really enough motivation because of work. Maybe I'm so tired. You know, being a mom is not an easy job, a working mom, and also dividing my work and also time for my family. But then I decided that I need this to pass this time because I don't want to waste any more money and also effort. So I did preparations such as first, in order to motivate me, I started with the easy task. Like each day I will answer one listening. So it will take only 30 minutes, I think, and one reading because it's more easier than writing, I guess, and also as well as speaking. So after that, I'm chatting with our friends in WhatsApp and joining them in their speaking exam, mock exam.
Okay. Your recent exam, it was from IDP or and as well as is it computer based?
It was under British Council, and it was paper based, sir. Because I'm
Paper
not
based.
into really computer
Okay.
based. I'm not fond of typing and
Okay.
having those.
So how did you prepare for reading?
Sir, for reading, because it's paper based, what I did was to take out some resources in the internet, such as IELTS Fever and also IELTSexam.net. So I'm printing the materials, and each day I need to at least answer one reading materials or one reading set. So that is, and also with your help of the IELTS test online, I'm also doing there some exams.
For the daily tasks. Okay. So how about your
Yes, sir.
writing?
For the writing, sir, actually, maybe that's the reason why I just got 6 for the writing because I'm not really focused into it. I don't know. It's not really my cup of tea to. I think I find it boring really to write and spend my time in writing. For me, as long as I know the vocabularies and how to write the structure of writing, then I'm fine with it. Honestly speaking, I did only writing task 1 and task 2 the night before my exam, and it was already 9 to 10 o'clock. Only that time I did, and after that, no more.
So I'm not encouraging everyone to do that, but for
Yes,
her, I
yes.
think she don't care about her writing. So How about your speaking? How did you prepare?
For this speaking, sir, I downloaded the IELTS Speaking Assistant. It was very helpful. I subscribed for 3 months, which cost me around 72 SR or about 1,000 peso in the Philippine money. It was really a nice way to practice because all the previous questions and updated one are found there. And of course, with the Keto Hair, my favorite teacher. Actually, I'm not into speaking as well, but whenever I hear this Keto Hair speaking, I was mesmerized and really I was motivated to try. And apart from that, the one I forward in the group, James ESL English English lessons. So that's all. And also, of course, our IELTS reviews for the speaking in the WhatsApp group is very helpful. I just joined the group, sir, for 1.5 months, approximately 1.5 months. Yes, it was midway of July, and I took the exam last August. So it was very helpful. All the speaker and all the encouragement words from the group really enlightened me. And the success story as well.
Okay, you got inspired by the success stories.
Yes.
Okay, so if you don't mind, could you please tell us about your previous result and your current result?
Um, I forgot, sir.
Okay, no
I want to
problem. How about your
my
current?
husband will. The current one, the speaking was the listening was 7. Uh, the reading was 7.5. The writing is 6, and the speaking was 7.
You have
This
assistant behind
my
you.
last. This was my last result from my
Okay.
previous last year December. What I did was really I covered it with a 999 because I can the law of attraction. Really, it's really helpful. So I put it, and it was amazing because it came to. No, I didn't get the desired band score of at least highest as 9, but it was already acceptable for the visa screen. So I was happy.
Yeah. So your current, do you still remember about your past result?
Yes, sir. It's here. Listening was 7.5, reading
Mm,
was 6, writing was 6, and speaking was 6.5. So the overall was 6.5.
okay. And now,
And
what's your
now it
story now?
was upgraded. So
So
now
for
it was listening
go
7.
sorry 7
The
listening.
listening was 7, reading was 7.5, writing was 6, and the speaking was 7.
Wow. Overall,
7, sir.
wow, that was so high.
My gosh,
So
it's my favorite number now.
okay, for all those not a nurse or not a Filipino nurse. For Filipino nurses, because we are planning to go to the US, so we're just only required 7 in speaking and 6.5 overall band score. So you might
Yes.
be, skeptic or thinking why they're happy with that score. Because we don't
Yes.
really, we really don't care about the others. Sub test. Good for us. Okay,
Precisely.
so let's move on. So during your actual exam, the night before you will take the exam, what did you do?
Oh my gosh. I cannot sleep well. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous for the next day's event. And actually, I slept at around 11 o'clock in the night and got to wake up. I woke up around 6 o'clock in the morning because my speaking was around 8:30, like that. And we will travel there for
Uh,
that venue.
okay,
And
so
then during the exam, sir,
actual exam, yes, on the day itself.
it, it's actually hilarious, sir, because the first one that she called was the other name. It was Tala, and I went inside. Oh my gosh, I was
Okay,
really embarrassed. And then
so
when she recorded, she told me that. Yes, sir.
April, let's go first to listening on your actual exam. How did you find your listening?
To be frankly honest, sir, I was expecting an 8 band score. Really, because it was an easy one. It was only one word. And also the fill in the blanks was very easy for me. in my own opinion. But I don't know, I've got 7, but I don't care anymore as long as I pass. But it was an easy one, really.
Okay.
If
How about
only every day you will take one IELTS listening, you will pass.
okay, yeah. Yeah. How about your reading?
For the reading, oh my gosh, maybe 15 items before the 15 items, and it was only like 5 minutes to go before it will close the time. I was in a hurry because I don't know what I will do. And during that time, I want to go to the bathroom because of my anxiety level. But I don't want to because they're not allowing, the end of the first 10 minutes, the end of the 10 minutes of reading, you are not allowed to go. So what I did was I composed myself and I prayed to God and Mama Mary. It was very challenging one, and I'm thinking about my toddler, my baby. I need to pass this, so I don't want to waste my time anymore doing this again and feeling this again.
Okay, that was really hilarious. Anyway,
Yes.
for your writing exam, we want to know what is the task one question given to you?
The task one question was about, I think I forwarded in the group. It's all about like a comparison between the elders 60 years and above from it's like a census of population from 2000 and then the 2050, 50 years after. 5 continents and as well as the whole world population.
Is that a bar chart
So
or pie graph? What
a
kind?
table, sir.
Table.
A
Okay. All
table.
right. Okay. And
Yes.
then for your task two, what topic did you argue
The
or
task two
discuss?
was all about, if I remember it right, it was about more and more people are taking or are now studying business course than the history. So to what extent, because of the benefits, they are telling that it's more beneficial if you will take this business course rather than this history course. So to what extent do you agree and disagree?
Okay.
Like that.
So guys, for all those watching us right now, please you can take down notes those questions because questions are always recycled. So it might be you will
Yes, I
encounter
agree.
these questions. Okay. So
Yes.
now again, this is a very most important, very and most you're speaking. First you need to describe to me your examiner.
My examiner was, I believe, based on her looks and the way she spoke, was a British one. She's not that kind of. I think she's a British, yes, but she was tall, she was beautiful, and she was very accommodating. But during the task two, I don't know if she felt bored about what I'm
Okay.
speaking because she's not listening to me anymore.
Okay. So yeah, we will go there. So first, your part one question. What are the questions that thrown to you?
The part one question was,
So take down
of
notes again,
course,
guys.
yes, the part one was, do you like to watch the historical films? Do you go to museum to learn history? And of course, do you work or are you a student? And do you like running? Did you run? Did you do running sports lesson at school, or have you ever tried to run a long distance? And what do you like to watch? What do you like to watch? A running race on TV or the other one?
Okay.
Or have you ever visited a art gallery? These
Oh
questions
my
are
goodness.
really. I
Common.
don't like really this
You
type of
don't.
questions. Yeah, it's common, but I
Not
just
your cup
answered
of
it
tea.
honestly, and yes, I just
Okay.
answered it honestly that I'm not really into running and into going to museum because we don't have museum in our
Okay.
place.
So you just be honest.
Yes.
Okay. So for your part two, what topic did you describe?
So it was all in the Speaking IELTS assistance. So I found it there, and it is in the part two was to describe a change that can improve your local area. You should say what place needs to be improved, how often you go there, what you dislike about this public place, and what should be done.
Okay, what's your follow-up question, if you can still remember?
What are the advantages for having change in the community? It's like that.
Okay. And then for your part three,
For the part three is about how does the technology influence the community life. It's all about community, neighborhood, like that. Is there anything bad about living in the area where everyone knows one another? And what places are popular for meeting friends in your area? So
um,
I believe that's all the questions
okay.
that was
So
given.
during your speaking test, have you used big words, idiomatic expression, or connectors?
For the part three, sir, I really used connectors because as what we have agreed, it should be 45 to 1 minute. So I practiced it all day, and of course, I love idioms. Maybe someone knows me here that I really love talking with idioms. So I guess I gave 3 to 4 idioms during the entire speaking
How many? How many?
test.
How
Four,
many?
3 to 4, sir.
Oh my God.
I forgot,
That's
but
a lot.
what I
Okay.
forgot, but it's really
For your connectors or conjunctions, what did you use?
although, however, on the other hand, the effect of this will be
Mm,
so
okay.
more. Although I forgot
Okay.
really,
No
but
problem.
it's more on the part three. On the
Oh,
part.
so after your speaking exam or after your exam, did you feel that okay, I'm so confident that I got this time because I came
Honestly
prepared?
speaking, sir. Honestly speaking, sir. No, really, I
Mm.
was nearing to break down when I went home in the car because I believe that because in the part one she's listening to me, she's very eager to ask me questions, but in part two she was like I don't know, even her chair she put it in the other way. It's not
Face
the
to
way we are
face?
talking that face to face. Yeah, she put it in the other side. I don't know
Ah,
what she's
maybe
thinking, and
maybe because of
really
Corona.
I find it. Yeah, I was really unhappy with that kind of gestures, but I don't know. I just see to it that I will finish my task for 2 minutes, even though she's not having this kind of interest with
Okay.
my talking. I just finish the
Okay.
task.
For vocabularies, did you use big words?
Yes, sir.
What are those?
Your favorite flabbergasted, multifarious, plethora. I think there are a lot. I forgot really, sir. After the
Okay, no
exam, I forgot
problem.
everything.
Okay. So before we will go to our Q&A portion with our viewers, so your tips to all the viewers right now.
Okay, sir. First, for the listening, I think you really need to read the instruction carefully and to practice daily. You know, it's actually a nice way to have it on a daily basis, to have a routine of all the speaking, listening, and reading and writing tasks because it will make you more confident in answering the questions. And I think you need also to prepare yourself and to be motivated with whatever you're doing. Last time I heard someone speaking here and I a success story about his daughter, I think, and I was motivated because I have my own also. So I don't want to waste any more time studying, and I believe that motivates me well. And prioritization, I think it's okay to be lazy sometimes, but you need to really hold on yourself and be prepared for the next day. So, and also before I was fond of watching YouTube, those Filipino like Tulfo, like something, but that doesn't help me a lot. So I guess it was my also motivation to study more English, because it was not an easy one for me. And just practice, and also as what I've said yesterday, um, be confident. I think the confidence is the best makeup. I think even though you don't know anything, if you're confident, it will really add to your score. So really just confident and be yourself as well. If you don't know the question, or you don't know the how to answer, you can say it in a nice way, or just ask someone to paraphrase if you forgot to hear it. And as well, pray, everything happens for a reason, whatever the outcome will be. So that's it, sir. Sir, you're muted, I think.
Yep, I forgot to unmute myself. Okay, so I said that this is the best time for you to say thank you to your speaking buddies or to someone. So this is your opportunity.
Of course, I would like to thank you, Sir Jeff. I think all of the nurses, you're our hero. Oh my gosh, thank you
Thank
for
you.
opening the WhatsApp door for us, and in order to
Welcome.
inspire also other people. And it was just a selfless act of kindness to all your colleagues. So thank you so much, Sir Jeff. And
Welcome.
to Ma'am Mandy also, even though I didn't have an opportunity to have an speaking one-on-one with her, I always see to it that I will review whatever in the YouTube channel, so to improve myself. Also, I've got a chance to have a speaking exam with Sir Eric Salarda. Remember the first time that you
First
posted?
session.
I really called him and, sir, I really need you. And he was really helpful, because he told me how to expand the answers, like that. You think 3 words and then explain. It's all about that. Anyway, I thank you, Sir Salarda, and also Ma'am Leslie, my speaking buddy. Ma'am Leslie, Ma'am Kenjelic, Ma'am Julian, Ma'am Maria Cristina, Ma'am Lovella, Sir Marvin, Ma'am Gracie RN, and Ma'am Ann, Ma'am Mylene, Ma'am Lian, Ma'am Jeanette, Gracelyn, Mochi, Coronavirus, Coronabuster, and all the other members here. Thank you so much. It's been a
Okay.
great pleasure to help to know you, and to also have an speaking exams with you. Thank you
Okay, I
so
think we
much.
have questions in the chat box. You can read that. Okay. So Elrose, I think you can watch this again, this video, because I will upload this. Elrose said that send the list of materials you use it for speaking.
Okay.
Okay. So from Sarah Duran.
Okay, well.
Okay. April, Sarah Duran, on part 2, did you finish the 2 minutes? And then did you have a slight hesitation?
Well, on part 2, yes, I finished all the 2 minutes time, and if I will have a hesitation during that time, I think I just explain it in the other way. Like if I don't know what I'm telling anymore, I would say that what I'm trying to say is that like that, and then paraphrase and revise the questions. And I think I finished around 1 minute and 30 seconds, but I managed to make it full 2 minutes because of Sir Jeffrey's advice. If you really don't know what to say anymore, always tell in the future it will be like that. Have a comparison or solution or effects of the one that is in your task. So it was great. I finished it with in 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you. From Clifford Delustrino, he's asking about which test center you took it, because I don't know where is Clinton from, what location.
It was in the Arab Open University, female side, Jeddah, here in Jeddah.
Saudi Arabia. Okay.
Yes.
Julian. Okay. We are now famous. Okay, wait. Nice meeting you. I think, Anshul, from Anshul, how to paraphrase part 3.
Well, to paraphrase part 3, you just think of synonyms. Like if they will ask you what are the bad, what is the question? What are the bad sides of having this if everyone knows everyone in town, like that? So you will just paraphrase by saying synonyms or stating synonyms such as what are the disadvantages or what are the drawbacks or what are the down parts of knowing each other in the community. It's like that.
Okay. So from I'm Izel, is it a face-to-face conversation or via video conference?
Well, it was face to face and with a barrier in the table. I actually asked the examiner, yeah, with face mask, but no face shield, only the barrier in the table. With the face mask, I actually asked the examiner if I can remove the mask because I'm not into speaking. I'm not comfortable with it, but she refused. She told, if it's okay with you, also just just keep your mask on. Okay, ma'am.
Okay. And then from Elrose again, ma'am, did you use background statement in part 2?
Background statement. No, I think no.
So you just go
Uh,
directly to the question and to the answer?
yes,
Mm.
yes. By I don't know if it's a
It's a
background statement,
background
but
statement.
I
I
have
think
a
it's giving general
in,
ideas. Maybe that's what she's referring. I don't know. I'm
because
not
in
sure.
part 2 I have a structure already in how I will answer the question. Like for example, it was tricky to decide on what to talk about because there are a lot of changes that I want to improve in the community, such as blah blah blah.
Okay.
But I suddenly remember this one place. I
Okay.
think that is a background, right? So it's like
Okay.
that. Yeah, I'm giving a hint on what I will say.
Okay. And then I think that's all the question. And we are just only have 8 minutes left. Um. Okay. If you have question, guys, you can unmute your mic. Okay. Did you use phrasal verbs or idioms? Yes, Anshul.
Yes.
She said. He said. She said that. She gave like 3 to 4 idioms. 3 to 4 or 5.
Yes.
He used a
Three
lot.
to four idioms.
Okay.
Yes. Because of Kit's O'Hare, thanks to him.
From Shinelin V2, ma'am, sir, I just want to ask how many sentences needed in answering part 1?
Well, I cannot precisely remember how many. I just talk and talk until she will cut me because really it doesn't need to be precise on how many sentences you will say, but just to
Okay.
talk,
Okay.
talk
So
and talk.
Shinelin, maybe I could answer you based on YouTube videos from ex-examiner or IELTS experts. They said that you just need to go specific and direct answer. So it may be like 2 to 3 sentences. But however, if you are confident with your English, if you cannot make any mistakes such as for your grammar, so I think you can continuously speak until your examiner cuts you to speak. Okay. So what else, guys? You can unmute your mic. It's better if you will unmute your mic. Um. So before we will end this, your words of wisdom or philosophy in life that could enlighten them or lift them. Okay.
Okay. Since I started this speaking or this IELTS
Yummy.
journey again, Mommy, this is my
Mommy, sorry.
inspiration.
No problem. Okay. Bring her.
Miss Queen,
Hello.
hi, say hi. So I think the one I will tell is all about Philippians 4:13, which I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So I think it really helped to boost my confidence during that time because I know that there is someone who knows me better than I do myself, and it's all about God. And also um, to start by doing what's necessary, then what's possible, and then you're suddenly doing the impossible things. And the last one is, if you can imagine it, you can achieve it. And if you can dream it, you can become it. So I dream of this success story since day one from the group. And then finally, the dream was become a reality. It's becoming a reality, and now it's a reality already. So I was so happy that I joined this group. I was very thankful and grateful to all of you. Thank you po.
Okay. Okay, guys, do you have any more question? You can unmute your mic. Sorry. So, guys, you have questions. You just only have 5 minutes left. Any questions? So, yep. I think they don't have any more questions. So they just only congratulate you from
Thank you so
Charles.
much, everyone.
Okay. So
And
that's,
also, Sir Jeff, I will keep my promise that I will still join this group, and
and then you will help
I
them.
will also help those other colleagues.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you
Yep.
so much. Thank you so much,
So
Sir Jeff.
so that's all, guys. Tomorrow we will have again another success stories for Shine and what's the other name? I forgot. I'm Janet from Singapore. Okay.
Yay.
Thank you. Good evening.
Congratulations.
Have a good night
Thank you.
and
Thank you,
stay safe.
everyone. Thank you. God bless. God bless.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.